part of the reason for coming here is to fuel your passion for the cause, you know. Because after I haven't been on a trip for 2 years, and after that 2 years, you just sick of sheets of paper being handed to you, and you start to believe, oh, Fairtrade, yeah, it's just like another product to advertise. But so you come here to meet people who really are in the middle of it, and it's such a fine line between being patronising or looking like an idiot or whatever. But you've got to go to the source to work out what you're talking about.
Trade justice first. Western governments give money to their farmers to keep them in business. Too much produce is made, so the excess is dumped on the local markets in the developing countries. These products from the West are then sold at a cheaper price than the homegrown produce from local farmers. Campaigners for fair trade want to stop this dumping to give local farmers a chance to earn a proper living. And it's this issue of trade justice that took Coldplay frontman Chris Martin out to Ghana with the charity Oxfam.
Let's check out the school. Oh, no one's in. Whoa. Check it out. This is a classroom. Today was Saturday, so the local children had a day off school, but a group were rounded up for a media-friendly photo opportunity. It's got a groove. Definitely got a groove. Earlier in the week, I'd been lucky enough to see a rice-growing community that had benefited from aid and assistance. But the reality in most of Ghana was very different, and that's what made me most angry when I visited the Sedima rice valley. What's amazing is that when I grew up in the 80s, seeing famine on TV all the time, there was no solution offered except to just send money. Whereas this, to me, is like a solution that people can really participate in by just speaking up against it. The more we learn about it, the more we see that one way to stop poverty is to balance trade laws. And the biggest issue for me is dumping excess produce on poor countries and destroying their own businesses. It's crazy, and it could be stopped easily. Before going back home, I'd agreed to be interviewed by one of Ghana's leading radio DJs.
Chris, welcome to the show.
Hi, Kamala. Thanks for having me.
Okay, now a lot of critics say that, you know, when musicians or people who are involved in entertainment get behind a particular cause, it's more or less, something symbolic. You know, what's the next big thing to do? What makes us look nice? Yeah. And the rest. Are you really committed to the issues of fair trade, the things that are being brought up?
I mean, absolutely. Yeah. And I totally understand these critics, but these people are also idiots, because I feel like I'm a citizen of the world just like everybody else. And this stuff concerns me as much as it concerns a politician, because I live here too. After a busy trip, it had been a tough interview, but it brought into focus exactly why we were here in Ghana. We believe in Coldplay that as long as we're putting our heart and soul into our music, we're allowed to speak out and be heard by the Western media about things we care about. We'll be able to advertise the issue of fair trade, but as part of a much bigger campaign, we can help put pressure on Western governments to bring about trade justice. My trip to Ghana reminded me why Coldplay got involved in the first place. The problems I saw this week were shockingly real, but with pressure from the Western public, I truly believe that we can make changes in 2005.